Well, I've come down to Topcliffe. It's Sunday. Djokovic has just beaten Federer. It's now just after 7 o'clock, so it'll be a short session. I haven't been here for a while. There's just a little bit more water in the river, I notice, just a bit more pace on it. But it's been a lovely day. But it's going to be a cold night, hence the hat. So rods are ready, I'll get them put in and keep our fingers crossed we might get a bow. Well, it's now Wednesday the 8th of July, and overnight and most of today it's rained, and it stopped about 3 o'clock. A very calm, humid day, not too bad, about 18 degrees Celsius. So I thought, well, I'll just make an escape by having been busy in the garden. Anyway, I've arrived on the swale here. There's nobody on the stretch at all, not a single person. So 3/4 of a mile of pegs to choose from. But I could tell as I arrived that there was rain coming away from the northwest, and just as I got set up and got the brolly up and sat underneath it, it started raining. So that's a hell of a start to the night, but yeah, there's nothing worse than putting your gear up when it's wet. So the rods are in now, and I had 2 lovely fish on here yesterday. One very late on, just as I was packing up, and which was sort of on the infected side, unfortunately. And just about out of batteries as well. So I've come down later tonight. It's 6:15. Yesterday I was here at 4:30, and so I'll just sit back and see what we get. If it's anything like last night, it'd be really pleasing to get one in daylight. That would be even more pleasing. Well, I've come down to a completely different peg. I haven't fished this for years. I'm quite optimistic. It was 28 coming down here in the car at 5:30. Anyway, it's 6:10, and the rods are ready to go in, but I'm not expecting anything until 9 o'clock at least. and having fished a different peg on the same length a couple of nights ago and waited for 4 hours and the blooming thing was on. 5 seconds later it was off. So but anyway, that's what you expect. So it's a lovely day, absolutely stunning evening. So I've got papers and a sandwich and a flask of tea. So I just get these rods in and settle back and wait. It's very quiet on this stretch. I thought it would have been more busier with it being a Friday night, but there aren't that many here. Well, it's 7:30 in the evening. Just sitting in this sunshine here. It's 33 degrees in the sun. There's a lovely warm breeze as well. So it's a very soporific sort of experience. For some people it's quite difficult to stay awake. Wake up and find one of your rods has disappeared. Yesterday a friend of mine fishing on the River Nid, which is a really small river near here, but there's some nice barbel in. And he was making a sort of hole for himself among a patch of nettles. Got the rod in the water while he was adjusting his position so he didn't get stung. He felt this whack on his leg. Looked down to see his rod disappearing into the river. I nearly 200 quid worth of stuff. So, without thinking, knowing the river isn't very deep, he jumped in after it, up to his waist, and managed to get out of the butt end before it disappeared. So he'd saved nearly £200 worth of gain, but when he got up on the bank, of course, reached his pocket. His rather fancy phone was absolutely ruined. You shouldn't laugh really, but it was very, very funny. So he has to deduct that from what he saved. But it's so easily done. Well, it's Tuesday the 14th of July. And it's a wonderful day. It's a bit wet this morning, but this evening it's absolutely stunning. And it's 7 o'clock. This is just looking upstream from where I'm sitting, and you can see just how much weed there is. It's almost halfway across the river in places. So these pegs will be, if you get a barbel on, you have a hell of a job getting it in without damaging the fish. So I've just managed to find a peg where it's quite clear down the inside. So we'll just stick with that. I haven't been on here for years. Anyway, let's put these rods in and hopefully we'll get a barbel. Well, it's been a very windy day, is all I could say. It's Saturday the 18th of July. I'm the only one here. There's two fellas just gone down the opposite bank and said there were a fair number of fish down there on the shallows. But I suspect most of them will be chub. But there's usually some small barbel down there, but there's a lot of tangleweed down there as well. Anyway, I got a few maggots I need to use up here, so before I put these barbel rods in, I'll just have a mess about with these maggots and a little maggot feeder, a little closed block end feeder, and see if there's anything else in here.
Big otter fall last night as well at night. Big otter.
That's the dog.
Really big fish. Really big otter. But oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Very good.
Only got 3 pounds. Really?
It's only got 3 pounds weight on it.
Very good. Very good. That'd be nice. Could be a barbel, could be a chub.
3 pounds weight.
Really? You never know. Put your camera on. Huh? Is it? A perch. Percy perch. Nice perch, that. Ooh.
There's a little perch. Look at the fins on that, aren't they? Just beautiful. Well, it's 8:15. I'm busy messing about with these maggots. had that perch and three little days, and that's it. But barbel's the name of the game, so let's get these barbel rods in and see what we can get. Well, I'm back down on this peg here on this stretch. There's two others here somewhere, I don't know where they are, I haven't seen them, the two cars there. The other night I didn't get any barbel at all, 3 little perch, and a couple of nights before that, and a big take and it came off. So, really late on, so that was a bit of a sickener. Anyway, it's not a bad night, it's a bit overcast and threatening rain, but I think it'll be alright. It's 6:10 now, so we'll give it what, we'll get 4.5 hours in, I would think, before we have to wander. Anyway, one rod's in. I brought some maggots down. I'm just going to have a little rod here. I'm going to amuse myself with some maggots for a while. I can't see there being any barbel coming on until, I would think, well after 8 o'clock. A little perch on maggot. Bonny little thing. Skin like sandpaper in one direction. Well, everything comes to those who wait. It's been a long time. God knows how many hours. Anyway, there it is. Money fish. It's not very big. It'll be 7 pounds maybe. But it's a lovely dorsal fin. And not a big take, it just sort of pulled away. That was it. Not a big wrap round. But lovely to see. After something like 5 blanks. Or 5 barbel blanks anyway. Anyway, let's put it back. It's now, what? It's 25 past 10. So, let's get it back in. Well, that's a good time to pack up and go home. This light on the camera tracks flies by the million. Anyway, I'll put it up on YouTube, and there don't seem to be very many barbel coming out one way or another, or if there are, people are keeping very quiet about it. And anyway, I hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you on the bank another night. But from the banks of the river Swale, take care, and good night.